and almost killed me twice, you see. They won't feel safe till they got me hanging from a tree. I'm still running, but I got the Lord on my side. Put a little corner for my homies that have fought and died. Ain't nothing changed, I still live my life in fear. I ask you, God, where do we go from here? From here. Yeah, I gotta be strong, yeah, my family needs maturing up. Remember one thing, my mama didn't raise no punk. The man of the house, the time that I was 10 years old. Read my Bible, and always did what I was told. Now in my 20s, I reached my life expectancy, and I'm just waiting for God to find it.
What's up? What it do? What it do, man? This T.O.G and Marilla's podcast, man. What it do?
What's happening, man?
Nothing much. Get
We got on Zoom.
them blue.
Wait a minute, where?
No, man, damn camera. Yo, yo, look, we gonna keep going, but I'm trying
Feedback, my man.
to.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Look here, so look.
Yeah,
Look, hey man, look, we Gucci.
yeah.
This
But
motherfucking
look,
camera like blue like
camera,
balloon.
some technical difference.
Yeah, technical difference. We coming. So, bro, you know how we do it. How was your week? Talk to me. Tell me about it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, first and foremost, all this senseless killing, you know, have me perplexed on what's really going on.
Okay.
You know, um, you know, feeling empathy for those who have lost people. You know what I'm saying, and understanding that how deep that is. And not wanting to belittle what those people feel right now.
Yeah.
You know, um, and really dealing with it and growing past it because it seems like we were taught. The song that come on when we start. The first thing to say is the hunt is on.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what
What
it
movie
seemed
was
like.
that? What that Miss Society?
Mm,
When the guy said the hunt is on. I think of the Rock.
I don't know,
Yeah,
but
yeah. The hunt is on.
I know the song.
And
I
you're the
started
prey.
off, yeah, I started off just like that. The hunt is on.
Yeah.
Every step I take, you know what I'm talking about. So
Mm-hmm.
we have to be more aware. I'm gonna be more aware
Gotcha.
of my surroundings. I'm gonna be more aware of my people, you know, and it just made me think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm thankful at the same time. Very thankful, very grateful, very humbled to be you know, be living this life. I'm
Mm-hmm.
thankful for all that.
Well, before I want to tell you about my week, I want to say congratulations to all the graduates. It's been a bunch of people graduating.
Okay.
You got elementary, going to middle school going to high school going to college, and college going to the world, right? So we've been having a lot of that going on. It's been a joy to watch how proud I'm watching what what graduation bring to me. What it shows to me, I see a bunch of families supporting each other. And it just take me back to childhood. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Right,
I
right.
think we've been losing a lot of family support. You know, and kids remember family support. They remember that.
Right. It makes an impact.
Yeah,
It impacted me when I was growing up.
yeah. So I just and my niece. I want to say congratulations to my niece, Tanaya. We went to her graduation yesterday in Atlanta. She graduated from a school in Atlanta. She's actually going to Guilford College in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Okay.
So I want to say congratulations. She's been through a lot, and man, I'm so proud of her and her mom, which is my baby sister.
Okay. Okay.
I'm proud of them. Um,
That's great.
and we,
Congratulations.
and I just saw fit that we actually go down and support, show my niece we there for her, we coming. We drove 2.5 hours to go check it out. And so what was crazy about this, I never seen this. It's not crazy. I was just like, I like it. So we went to a high school graduation, and they actually had where they were serving food, liquor, and beer and all this in the high school graduation. So I loved it, right? You could mingle, interact. Yeah, they had it outside like an amphitheater type, like a
Right.
concert type stuff. So that was big. That was tight. So I enjoyed it, man. So once again, congratulations to Naya. We love you, baby. So my week actually been about growth. I've been watching growth, brother. Um, I've been watching my children, and what I came to see, watching growth, watching my children. So, so our oldest daughter have moved out, and so now it leave us with the two girls and the youngest son in the house. So I'm able to watch the middle girl, which is the teenager. She's 13. I'm watching her grow into her own, becoming the big sister of the house. So I'm watching her do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching the baby girl come out of her. You know how you turn from a caterpillar to a butterfly?
Right.
I'm watching
Metamorphosis.
her. Yeah. Become because she normally be to herself into her videos. The family could be up in front of the house and she back there by herself on her phone. She's interacting more. She's, you know, really talking more. So I'm watching her grow. She finna go to middle school. And then I'm watching the baby boy, Jason. I'm watching him getting longer, his vocabulary is expanding, and he's very talkative. So I'm watching everything grow. And here go the kicker. Here go the kicker. I'm watching me and Tanya as kids all over.
No, that's it.
And I was like, I couldn't do nothing but laugh and smile. So yeah, for me, I'm watching growth. I'm just watching personalities change. So that was I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, growth. I mean, now if if I go on that tip, my son Asa,
Yeah.
he went on a trip to Virginia by himself. That
See, and that's
woof,
big. Kids traveling on their
woof.
own. We wasn't doing that at that early.
Oh yes, yes we was. I was. I was. No, I was.
Yeah. So
I
all right.
left home.
Okay.
Mm,
Let me
rephrase.
as a whole,
Oh,
not
okay.
individual. Like he's a rarity. So if you take out, say you out of your family and my family, it might have been two of us traveled out of eight at an
Mm,
early age. Think about it. Think about it.
mm. Cause times were different then. We used to travel when we was very young. I'm talking about.
No, I'm talking about as a young adult.
Oh nah.
As a
I don't,
young adult, you might have two out of eight traveled at the age of 20 to 22, 23 range.
oh, I have been overseas and everything by then.
So you in school.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of us,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's what I'm
Okay, I
getting at.
see. I see
Yeah,
what you're
okay,
saying.
yeah. So that's a rarity. So when you start like these kids nowadays, you speaking of Asa went to
Yeah,
Virginia
yeah, yeah,
and
man.
drove, right?
Drove, my man. Listen, I was scared to death. I like,
Look, and they ain't scared.
nah, they ain't scared. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But see, you know, it just now I realized that at time that I'm thinking about things that I went through and the times that I grew up in. Them was hectic times. It wasn't like, you know, I have to realize that we were different than they are.
Yeah.
We're not. I ain't gonna say better, worse, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're
Yeah.
we're just different. We learning different. We
Mm,
we understanding different, and we try to understand each other to build those bridges so I can understand them and they can understand me.
exactly.
So and being into that space right there, I have to start trusting what he's saying.
Mm,
If he's saying this, what he's doing, I have to start trusting that. I might not see it the way I would do it,
yeah.
but if he's doing it, I got to trust that. And then I really learned that this week. Okay, I'm gonna trust this. And he
That's
handled his business. You know
that's
what I'm saying?
big. That's big.
Yeah.
Um, Lisa Bryan, I see you. Lisa Brown said, "What up, bro? Thank you for following us, Lisa.
Thank you.
What up, lady? All right, Scooby on here. He said, "What it do, fellas?
What's happening?
What's up, Scooby? What's up, brother? Um, that was big on what you just said. That was big. You were like, I'm trusting it because
Right,
it's hard for us to let go.
right, right. And you know, I'm the type of person where we're going through so many obstacles for our young men,
Hmm.
and I understand them. I went through them. I dealt with them. I did things. I've lived a life. I've done these things that you might not ever do, but you might be thinking about. And I'm telling you, it ain't worth it.
Yeah,
Ain't none of that worth it.
yeah.
So at the same time, I understand how to come back from things. So you never too down to come back. Don't never think you can't come back. Never. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever give up. You know what I'm saying?
So when you was young, that age, and you ventured out, we was young, right? You
Yeah,
ventured out.
I had to.
So it's the same. It's almost the same way like our parents were looking like
Yeah, yeah.
that grimacing, like we was shit. I'm ready to go. You couldn't tell us nothing, right?
I don't know. I mean, kind of gave me a backpack.
Get out of here!
You better go do something.
Yeah, go make it happen. Yeah, so yeah, but yeah, I mean the same way. I was the same way.
You know what I'm
Um,
saying? But it was,
I know my daughter. She hit that road. They just came back from New Orleans. And I'm calling and talking to her. They talking about leaving at nighttime. I'm like, hey, baby, don't drive at night. I'm more don't drive at night.
you know,
But
it's that's funny. Cause it's funny that I missed little Tim
yeah,
these years right here. But when I come out and me and Asa get together,
mm,
all them years I missed with Tim, I'm feeling.
yeah,
I'm like, so I can relate to that right there
yeah,
because of how I feel about it.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because we got to understand that. For me, I have to understand. Nobody got to understand nothing else. But for me, I have to understand that when you put in people's lives, in my belief and how I believe a higher power deals with me, you make a certain type of impact. Are you gonna do what you're here to do for that life and making right choice and letting them see and be that example? Or are you gonna fade to the back because you don't feel like it's your job to do this?
Mm,
See, my thing is when you put me in your presence, it is my job to give you my best,
okay,
no matter where we at. And
lovely.
that's just how I look at things.
That's lovely.
You know
That's
what I'm
lovely.
saying?
Yeah, that means you take pride in what you do.
Right, right. I
Take pride
have
in
to.
what you do. Like,
I mean, this because this is not mine. This is was given to me through my ancestors, through my folks that lived and died for us to be right here. You know what I'm saying? This is not just for me. This is not just Tim doing anything. I
so
come with a whole herd of folks.
so let me ask you this.
What the
So like we were just talking about that. Like you take pride in. Like if I'm in your presence, I'm gonna give you my best.
right?
Do you want a reward for that?
I mean, I'm giving the reward.
No, what I'm okay. Let me
The reward is I'm in front of you.
no. All right, so let me change the word. Word.
Rephrase.
Thank you for correcting my broken English. Uh, yeah. But no, what I'm saying, like a lot of us, if I did something for someone, I'm looking for that that I'm looking for somebody to pat me on my back and tell me job well done, or it's like I'm just this what I'm supposed to do.
Man, listen, let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Tyra, my wife, we riding, leaving mama house.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady that I cut mama yard and her yard together, you know what I'm saying? She was in front of me. I didn't know it was her, but she pulled over and waved me down.
Yeah.
Now she had paid me enough for 2 times to cut her yard.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I cut it twice. And the first time I cut, she gave me enough for 2 times.
Okay.
She was saying, "Huh, take this. Don't worry about it. Just baby, thank you for cutting." I was like, "Okay." So I made sure I went back and cut it again. but I never went to her door, never said nothing else. You know what I'm saying about that. So she pulled me over. She said, she said, baby, do I owe you some money? I said, no, ma'am, you don't owe me nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And she was like, thank you for telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
She knew what she knew, and she knew what she had did. She wasn't, you know what I'm talking about. Now, what if I had been old, think I could get over time?
Yeah.
See, that's why I don't do that.
Yeah.
Because when you think you're trying to outplay somebody, you
Mm-hmm.
don't know who you playing with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just be me. I just do me, and I do the best that I can do. I mean, if my best ain't good enough, then hey,
So speaking of yard, let's pay these bills. If you need your yard cut, call Jingle Lawn Service. Area code 205-639-3224.
this nigga
Right?
sound like Bob Eubanks.
Jingle Lawn Service. Uh,
Yang Lang.
talking. So Scuba said no expectation. I think he was talking about when we doing for folks, or especially like our loved ones or the younger generation, it shouldn't be an expectation. We supposed to look out for the younger
Well,
generation.
I hold some expectation now. I expect them to respect. I expect them to deal with each other in love. I expect them to gain enough knowledge and understanding where they can move our whole situation forward. I expect them to be the leaders of tomorrow. So I don't expect nothing material.
That I
Okay.
should have put that in there.
Okay.
Like far as
Okay.
hey, a payment or hey
But see,
man, you did a great job and you're looking for somebody to pat you, or versus like man, this what I'm supposed to do, right? And that's so no expectations. I agree with that.
yeah, nah, I just look for when things need to be done, let's do them.
Gotcha.
I
Let's
mean,
do it.
I don't. A lot of times you don't get the help you're looking for. A
Yeah.
lot of times, you don't get. People don't understand what you're going through. A lot of times people don't see it, and then if they don't see it, and you expecting them to give you what you need to make it, then you're gonna lose it.
A lot of times,
You're not gonna get it.
a lot of times we looking for the help. You the help.
I'm
You,
the help.
you is kind.
You feel me?
You is
Hey,
beautiful.
you, you is intelligent. You know what I'm saying?
You the
Yeah.
help. You know what I'm saying?
It's you.
Yeah,
It's you. You can't.
You looking for the help. You the help.
Man, if I sit back and wait for the help that was promised to me, man,
You is kind.
you is kind.
You is smart. Yeah, all that. Right,
You
right.
are beautiful.
So check Tim page. We got some going on. We got some going on. Check Tim
I'm just
page.
telling you that it's really about what are we building.
Mm-hmm.
One thing when I think about a lot of the stuff that's going on in the street, man, I be like, okay, y'all got I be seeing the little money thing and all that. I'm like, okay, so what are y'all gonna do with it? Buy another watch? I'm just trying to figure it out. I mean,
They
buy a
like,
new
yo.
car.
They like yo.
I mean,
I'm looking at Rick Ross. Rick Ross got a bunch of cars.
what about neighborhood? What about
I know it. I be looking.
programs? I mean, it's
We
things
can't
that
tell
we
them how
can
to
do.
spend their money,
No,
but
I ain't
man,
trying to. That's your business.
God, the money.
Cause
100 cars.
Courtney Smith, Courtney asked Calhoun said, "Do you have the manpower to handle?"
Weed abatement contract.
Yeah,
I was just waiting for y'all to talk.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
Well,
don't
you
know.
gonna read?
I ain't interrupt.
Okay, well, read it off us. Okay,
She, do
that's
you
what
have
it was.
asking Tim? Does he have
Yeah.
enough manpower
Yeah.
to handle a city weed abatement
Oh, see?
contract?
um,
He been working on it.
okay, yeah. So let me talk to you off camera, and then we'll discuss how this
Tell
thing
him
goes.
Courtney.
DM you.
Area code
You got me.
205.
We know it. That's
You
our
start-
brother-in-law.
yeah,
Oh, let's get it.
Yeah.
Hey, let's see how we rubbing elbow, man. We connected, and you never know who to put you in position. That's what we learning, man. It's so much out there for us, right? So, so before we move forward, I want to recognize the birthdays in the family in the month of May.
Okay.
We had couple of birthdays or whatever. Um, First, it was Lil Tim,
Yeah.
your
My
son, May 6th,
Yeah.
right? Want to say happy birthday to Lil Tim, which we did.
Hmm.
Next it was your mom, May 10th. Connie's birthday was May 10th,
Right.
which she say her birthday is the whole month
The
of
whole
May.
month. See, this she was born in May. Me, Connie, when you
Yeah.
were born, May.
And then we had the nephew, Brian, birthday was
Right.
May
Yeah.
24th.
That was
So we want to tell y'all,
yesterday.
man, happy birthday.
Hey man, yeah.
Every year, man, we bless. People dying off daily. And if you can see another year, man, hey, you just thank God
And,
you're here.
and just be patient.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man. Listen, man. To
yeah,
patience is something that we think we don't have, but we all do have, because we have to deal with an impatience. You
yep.
waiting every day. Just be patient. It's gonna happen. Everything you looking for, as long as you work toward it. It don't come free. You can't sit on the sofa. You can't sit up on a computer unless you work on computers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you can't play games unless you getting paid playing games.
Yeah.
I mean, so if you're doing things that you like to do and you ain't getting paid for, then what you doing them for?
Oh,
And then what you gonna do next?
and I also just jog my memory.
What?
Scooby wife was the other day.
Okay, happy birthday.
Lucy birthday was what 2 3 days ago. Lucy birthday was in May.
Okay.
So happy birthday to Lucy, and we also have a happy anniversary today. Michael and Yvonne.
Mike,
Uh,
yeah, Mike Tom. Hey,
yeah, your
happy
cousins.
anniversary.
Yeah,
That's right.
their anniversary. I can't remember
Man, it
how
seems
many
like they just
years.
had an anniversary. How
No,
many years y'all
no,
married?
I can't remember how many years they posted or whatever. But I know they anniversary. So
Long time.
yeah. So look, man, we got to start recognizing this stuff because not if you can put in another year to be alive, you can put another year to have an anniversary. That should be rewarding, right? We should be celebrating that. That's a beautiful thing. So yeah, man, all that. And I don't want to, give
21st.
21st.
20,
What
21 years.
21
Yep.
years. All right. So
Yep.
happy 20.
Y'all ain't but about 30. Y'all
Yeah.
actually y'all six.
All right. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
Lucy, look.
awesome.
So Lucy' birthday was
Uh-huh.
May 24th, same day as Brian.
Hmm.
May 24th. Lucy turned 50. So happy 50. Half a century, man. I got one more year and I'll be there. So I'm loving it. Just to give y'all a heads up. Your boy birthday is next Friday. Mine, right? June 3rd. I'm gonna drop my cash out. Holler at your boy. Y'all know. You see by me. June 3rd. Your boy's a Gemini. I just give y'all a heads up. So put that out there. Okay, look.
What?
I saw you doing your thing
What?
the other day. You was out there. You was out there playing, and look. You look comfortable, right? So when I watch, so I can always go back to the first time you ever did a live or went live. I can remember your first live. You're like, Linda got me doing this shit.
Hey,
First live, I don't know
shoot.
what I'm doing. But now you look comfortable. You out there promoting. You was out there. You was getting people to come out and vote,
Right, right.
right?
You know,
So talk about that. Let's talk
I
about it.
mean, voting. You know, I mean, well, I like getting involved for the people who don't see what's really going on. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But voting is very important. It's important for a lot of reasons, and a lot of reasons that you you don't. If you don't get to know it, we was passing out voter guides that day,
Hmm.
getting to know the candidates, getting to know who they are, what they're about. This and that, not trying to sway you one way or the other. But once you get involved with the issues, because the issues involve you.
Hmm.
When we don't get involved with the issues, we don't get involved with what's going to happen within our own communities.
Okay.
Okay, whether you like the vote or not, the community is still going to be engulfed with these issues and who are coming up with the legislation that going to change or do anything about it. I mean, this is the system we're in.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get out there and I try to talk to him. Now I took one picture with it's his Senator Tyree, John Rogers.
Mhm.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Now I've
I
been
saw
knowing
you.
him, man.
John
That's
Roger, old head.
yeah, but see, he knew me in high school
Yeah.
from my, he was I don't know what he was doing at then, but we was in the program back then. So
Okay.
we spent 4 years from my ninth grade to 12th grade year, dealing with each other, do a program at UAB. So, he saw me, he remember me, he was like, cause I said that bad motherfucker,
Mm.
but whatever.
But see, he see you in a different light. He see you in a different element now.
Right.
Like you look like you was in your element, dude. Out there, in what you was doing, you was funny with it. You was also serious. Like, hey man, we need to get out here and vote. Blah blah blah. You even had Miss Sheila Tyson. You had her out there,
Right. Well,
right?
I didn't know they already was out there.
Yeah, I'm just saying
I just
you had
called it
on
out.
film.
My thing is,
Yeah.
I mean, it's serious and funny at the same time to me because it's funny that we don't recognize how serious it is.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm.
And that really bothers me because I didn't for a long time. Because I was like, hey, fuck these folks. I ain't thinking about this stuff. And I lived my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I tore up a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And things that people don't even understand or recognize that I tore up, but I know.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went through my thing. You know what I'm saying? I went through soul searching. I went through a whole tormenting of what I had done that I had to deal with myself, and that's looking into that mirror.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean,
once
I liked it, bro. I mean, I saw you. Anytime you go live, I love to see it. Because so the older we get, the more we want to stay how we are. And I see you evolving, you adapting, and you understand, right? So you moving, and I'm watching you. Like you'll click that phone on a minute now and going, hey, we down here, we helping people get they IDs over in Bessemer. You were y'all helping folks get IDs the other day if they never had or they don't have any IDs. You also helping with what else it was?
bank accounts,
Get bank. You helping folks to get a
people never
bank
had a
account. And it's funny. You'll know it's a lot of people that don't have bank accounts.
right. I mean,
Grown people.
and I tell folks, if you ain't got a bank account, how you plan on putting you some money? My thing is, if you praying for money and you ain't got no cup to catch it in, how in the hell you gonna get it? You know what I'm saying? I mean, but the thing is, with that, this is something that I am releasing out here. This is what I was about throughout my whole incarceration. So learning and changing because I knew that when I went into this incarceration, this is not where I wanted to be. So I couldn't have been who I wanted to be because who I was at that moment was the person that was in that cell.
Mm-hmm.
So in order for me to get out of that cell, that person had to get out of itself. So I had to change. So changing was necessary. Changing was mandatory, and it was step by step.
I love it. I mean, you understand though. You understand the assignment. You understand that the world is evolving. Cause a lot of us stuck in our ways. We like,
Man, they don't even know. You really don't even understand
like you,
what my nigga. It's so deep.
you better understand what's going on. So you better kind of move forward with what's going on and start understanding how to move forward,
I mean,
how to stay relevant, how to stay involved.
like I said before, life is for the living.
Yeah.
Life is for the
Hashtag,
living.
baby. Life is for the living.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Think about what I just said. Now, I'm gonna always tell you, life is for the living. Okay.
Scuba, I
Let's
saw
live
what
it.
I saw what you put, what we're doing, and I think you talking about for my birthday. We'll chop it up. You know what I'm saying? We hit it. I mean, I ain't got nothing planned. We'll chop it up on it.
But yeah, we gotta go.
Let me ask you this: If you had one word, if you had one word to describe you, one word, if you or you want, just say you dead and gone. What one word you want everybody to remember you by as one word?
Resilient.
Resilient. Look, and that's
That
we didn't even talk about this. This was just something I just came up with, and it came off the dome real quick. Resilience, right?
you know what I'm saying. I mean,
And I like that.
it can even that to me means I evolve.
Mm-hmm.
I internalize the things that I need to internalize and understand and overstand and understand that you need to have. I take it.
Gotcha.
I am who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And as we walk in these valleys of shadows of death, we have to understand that you can't be nobody else anywhere else.
Gotcha. You can only be the best you.
That's it.
resilience. I like that. I really do. Resilience. And that really sums you up. It really defines you because you have been resilient throughout your life.
I
Whether
mean,
you wanna uh whether you wanna acknowledge it or whatever, you have been resilient. Like I say, if you're inside the bottle, you can't see outside the bottle. You can't see the label on the front of a bottle if you're inside of it. So if you're in the storm, you can't see how you interacting and making it through the storm. You can't see it because you in the storm. But everybody sitting outside, that motherfucker can sit there and watch and be like, man, this motherfucker taking that storm on.
I mean,
You feel me? So
see,
resilience is a good one.
once I figured out that I was the storm,
Mm-hmm.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when I really understood what was going on.
Okay. See,
You
that
know.
was a nugget. Y'all didn't understand that. Once he figured out he was the storm, which if the way I'm taking it, that he was the problem. He was in his own way. He created his own.
I mean, if you really think about it,
Yeah.
if you you know if you really want to, I mean, the problem about a lot of things that's happening today is that we try to take a lot of easy ways out. Now I get it,
Mm.
pressure, stress, all that. It makes you want to just sit back and not really get involved with anything. But I hadn't had that luxury in my life.
Yeah.
I've always had to take everything head on, and you know when you up against certain type of odds, you ain't got time to look around. Anything that get in your way, you devour it. You can't play with it. You know what I'm saying? So you you don't have to live like that though. I didn't have to live like that. That I brought that to me,
Gotcha.
and then I had to handle my business. I mean, point blank.
So one word I would want people to be like when I'm dead and gone, or what I stand for would be integrity.
Hmm.
I always say this. I say this all the time. If I give you my word, I try to stand on my word. That's integrity for me. Honesty, right? Having strong moral principles. That's what sums up what integrity is. And so if it's one word that can sum me up, or I want you to remember me, would be integrity. If I tell you I'm gonna do something, if I don't do it for you, and I'll tell you I'm gonna do it for you, it's a problem. It's something happening, right? So integrity would be mine, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, I love it. Integrity, resilience.
Yeah. So I mean, if you really listen and checking out the conversation, what would be your word? You know what I'm saying? Put them in the chat, or you know what I'm saying. Think about it on your own. What would be your word? And I know it could be many words. I know it's not just
Yeah.
okay. We just do this one word. That's me because we are so many facets to us.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could just do one word at the top of your head, what would come up?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So we'll do it like that. Not really carry you to hold you to one thing because I know it's so many things that's great about you. Okay.
And
Now
this,
let me say this though,
yeah.
man. I got a little nephew, little Jason. Man, this little dude's
He's like
man.
the babe of the bunch.
Yeah, cause every time I come around, it's me, Mama, and Tony, and the baby.
Mm.
Now I'm the oldest child. He the youngest grandchild.
Yeah.
So man, he just man, the
Mm-hmm.
dude he's strong. He
Mm-hmm.
when he crawl like he remind me of that Bam Bam dude. You know,
Bam Bam.
you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So
Flintstone Bam Bam. Y'all
yeah.
remember
I
Bam
just
Bam.
I just like that little guy, man.
Yeah.
Know
So
what you're saying?
so Amy Scott says sorry she's late. She was out delivering her herbal tea and everything. Thank you for joining us. Look, 7:30,
Uh,
you right on time. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. We got 30 more. Let's go. All right. So again, I wanna it was some. I was thinking about this morning. Like we always talk about the rich people. Like what's their net worth? And I was asking myself, Lindell, what is your net worth? Have y'all ever thought about that? Like, what's your net worth? What can you leave your kids? What's your net worth? What's your net worth?
I
We,
mean, what type of work you talking about? You talking about material?
I mean, just like what can material monetize? I mean, what can if we died today? What would we leave our children? What would we be able to leave them?
I mean, leaving. I mean, if you're not leaving them the intangibles, you're not leaving them nothing no way.
So I'm just saying. So what's the?
I mean, good morals, values.
I mean, I get all that. I mean, I get they gonna have that anyway. But I mean, besides morals and values, what else can you leave your kid? Can you lead them in a better position to move forward, or
You,
do they continue
you know,
to live the struggle?
see, that's I get the what happened when I'm gone type stuff. But my thing is, I'm gonna just take my grandmother for
Okay.
instance. Okay, my uncle, right before COVID, really, COVID was going on, but it hadn't hit. And my grandmother was like, my uncle had a stroke, so grandmother was like, okay, he said, oh, I gotta get Tony home, I gotta get Tony home.
Mm-hmm.
So grandmother worked tirelessly to get Tony home.
Gotcha.
Now once Tony got home and grandmother set everything up and had Tony how he wanted to be made about, then grandmother died.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you can't make me think that she didn't already say that, okay, once I do this, you know what I'm saying? So while we're living, we should see the benefits or the answer to what we're saying now.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't have to wait till we're dead to give them anything. They should be maneuvering and doing the things at this point while we're here. So we know they're going to have this or be in the position where they can get this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the spirits.
Man,
No, I
listen here, man. I don't know.
damn dog. Okay, yeah. Grandma did. She loved.
Well,
I mean,
that's just what she did, though.
I get all that. Like, what is the net worth we're gonna leave? Like, so here's the thing. All right. So I look at the more the wealthy people always get left something, right? The parents or the grandparents leave them some to start, get a
They say.
boost. Uh,
They say. I mean, we don't. I mean, we don't really know.
yeah. I don't know. It's almost about they
I
say it's
mean,
like they get the extra boost.
business is a tangled web of a lot of things. A lot of people that got all this money got a lot of credit going on too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All that.
So,
I mean,
so
this
I'm just
all in a nutshell. Just
okay. I'm
all.
just saying that a lot of the stuff that we looking at ain't really liquid money.
I ain't talking about liquid. I mean, we talked about this yesterday. I was talking to my wife about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the net worth? And so we talking about. She like, woo, woo. I said, no, liquid is what you can put your hands on right now. I ain't talking about go sell a house or a property, car, or that type. I'm talking about liquid meaning money. Like, what do you have right now? That's liquid. Now, net worth is your total. Like, so your net worth gonna be your house, your cars, your business, or whatever, all combined. Your net worth. So, what are we leaving our children when we dead and gone? What's like, and that made me just think. I'm just asking that because that made me think like, damn, Lindell. I mean, what you gonna leave? You got 5 children. What you leaving? Are you leaving more problems or another struggle game to pass it down to another generation, or are you gonna give them something to give them a boost to have something to move forward? That's all. It's just more of that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
Well,
don't.
that's
I
what
don't.
people use life insurance for.
Exactly. Like a lot of us don't do life
Yeah.
insurance. That
Yeah.
so just something that simple.
Yeah.
Do we have life insurance to be able to lead them
Yeah.
10, 20,000, whatever to move forward? That's simple. Take out life insurance, pay
Or
that
pay off their
monthly.
house. They got free school.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So
As soon as you drop that money, everybody fighting about their part.
not if you have it lined up right.
Yeah.
They can't fight over nothing. It's when we don't have it lined up right they
Have
fight.
a will.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And then you
They
pass
gotta
that
go
will, you
down.
gotta have what's the person you gotta have involved to what's the name of the person you gotta have
The
involved?
executive or the administrator of the
Something like
estate.
that where they got to be able to okay,
Power of attorney.
Power of
there you go.
attorney, baby.
There you go. So something that simple. That's what I'm talking about. Are we on that? Are we getting something so simple as life insurance? I mean, I get it. We out here balling. We paying this. We doing this. We having fun. But at the end of the day, I don't care how we look at it. Everybody got a due date. Everybody got a due date. And so that needs to be talked
And
about
then you
more
can
inside
borrow
the
from the
family.
life insurance.
Exactly. You
You
get
Or
it.
just say something about let's not forget equity as a source of funding, a line of credit
Mm,
backed by the value of your home.
Right,
exactly.
right.
Exactly. This stuff we have to have. We got to start having conversation with our children. See, they got to know the plan. If this happens, where to go. Because a lot of times they don't know. Well, you need to go here. I got this laid out for you in the rest. Somebody got to be smart enough and be appointed. So if something happened to me, either oldest or the one that's smart enough, they're gonna be hand everything out equally. Somebody got to be in that position. We got to have that conversation because that date is coming.
I guess it just, cause we always have done that. That was just,
But we
gra-
take it for granted that it's like everybody doing it and
okay.
they're not.
So grandmother had her, all her stuff was like,
Yeah.
and then it's to me, you lose that cause you've lost the bonding in families a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Families be mad at each other about, whatever they be mad at each other
And they
about.
can't wait till you die to get
Right.
a piece of money.
I mean,
I want my 2,000.
so that's the thing that
Shit.
we suffering from right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, but long as everybody stay in order. I mean, you have to have some type of discipline within the family to make that happen. So if you don't have that type of discipline in your family list, you might want to look at it and see what's really going on. You might want to check it out and see and understand that everybody do have a due date, and the people that you love, are they gonna be able to maintain when the due date come for you? You know what I'm saying? Or do you even care? You gotta look at all that.
I
Yeah.
think the best thing is not to leave where you're leaving them in debt.
Debt. Yeah. Don't leave them
And
in
a
debt.
lot of time we do. Because you have to think about when most of us die, the first thing that have to happen, somebody in the family have to take on the responsibility to burial, take care of the burial because we haven't taken care of our business of that. And also then we hit the GoFundMe. Hey, but you look up Willie Jordan was balling. They handling this, handling that, but then when they die, oh, it's a GoFundMe action going on. And then it's done repetition. It's like we see this more often than not. Like we have to get this stuff in line.
Well, I mean,
I think we have to move away from these expensive funerals
I,
with the
I thought I was the
casket
only one.
trimmed in
I thought I was the only
gold.
one. I didn't want to say that because I know I put a damper on our people, but I thought about that. Look, and I just try to make you think. We understand the funeral, burying people have moved up. It's more expensive than it used to be.
Oh,
Number
yeah.
one,
Really?
you talking about 20,000 plus to bury somebody. So I always looked at it and I said, so we actually using $20,000 to put somebody in the ground. And I'd be like, somebody in the family that can actually put somebody on another level to move forward in the family to push the family forward. Now that's just me. Everybody's not going to agree with that, and I understand it. That's a touchy situation, touchy topic. But I just
my thing is when you gone, you gone.
Yeah.
I mean, what my I mean, I this conversation. I know you have to have these type of conversation, but my conversation for this conversation is start being prepared.
mm,
My conversation for this conversation is be real with yourself.
mm,
You know that time coming. If you love somebody, love somebody. A lot of things I've done just because I love somebody
mm,
and been ready for whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if you love them, make sure you got your shit together because you know that day is coming. It's not
Funerals are for the living, not the dead.
exactly
mm.
the day that once I'm gone. What do I give a damn about? What you
Nothing.
finna do?
Cause I was just, me, I was just okay. I'm finna be 49, pushing 50.
Man, listen, that
Yeah, and
you
I
keep
get it.
talking that old goddamn look. I don't talk all that now. We're talking. I live.
Yeah, I
I'm
get it.
living.
I mean, I get all that. I'm talking about for me. Like, so we got life insurance on everybody. but we got to go get a will. This stuff I got to, when I be talking, it be stuff I have to do too. We talk about it, but we're not moving on it.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get a will made. We got to get the power of attorney. We got to get all this stuff lined up. We got to let our children know this what we expect. This what need to be done,
Yeah.
right? So I'm just saying, it ain't just when I'm talking, I'm talking to me too, me and mine. So this stuff we have to work on. I did get life insurance. You better know that. And I'm a dude that ain't worked in 3 years, but I got that life insurance. I understand. I got it to where when me and my wife dead and gone, that house paid for. My kids that they won't have that problem like what we do with the house. They understand cremation game. We're not finna give all that money to go put us in the ground. They understand that. Go do this. They have to get necklaces and all that stuff made. Do this with me and mama.
Must be.
And that money going toward y'all.
You better go see.
Huh? What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah. So we've had the discussion. And believe me, my kids don't want to talk about it. Of course, I understand it. But this stuff has to be done. And look, if we want to get a little smarter with it, as kids, take some life insurance out on your parents. As kids. Like when you get young adults, go in together. If you got siblings, y'all go in together and take life insurance out on your mom and dad because the day is coming eventually. And I'm telling you, this is how people's maneuvering. This is how other people are coming up. Hmm? Something to think about.
Anyway,
I'm
listen,
telling you something to think about, bro.
man, listen,
Let me
listen.
say,
You
people
know,
coming up.
hey, they coming up off the dead, motherfucker. I feel you.
That's
I got,
you better be smart
everybody.
about it. Why
I
we
mean,
would take like other people take advantage of that.
I mean,
Like
I
other
mean,
people take advantage of that.
I'm not saying. I mean, that's. I mean, everybody do what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. You know. I mean, it just. You know.
So I'm gonna give you an example.
Bro, I'm cool with it,
I'm
bro.
gonna give you an example.
I understand it totally. You gotta give me no example. I understand.
He understand the assignment.
Yeah, I understand the
Yeah,
assignment.
like,
You know, I got my assignments. You know what
I
I'm
wish
saying?
I could take $1 million out.
Okay, well, take it. I mean, it's no limit to what you can do.
So that cry won't be long.
I feel you. Man.
It's paid for.
And you got to,
You get a car.
you
You get a car. You get a car.
yo. So look. So I want to say congratulations to all the candidates that off the primary election Tuesday night, right? May 24th, won that the primaries, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who won and got to have the runoff. It was something I read on and and I didn't think about this. I started to understand, bro. I be listening to you. And I want to say I'm not a big time voter, uh, but I was looking at some stuff. I said, damn. I said, people in power or people with money, because I go all the way back to the gangsters back in the day. One thing the gangsters always did, they was in the politics. They tied their money to politics. So I said, well, damn, politics about the power, who control this or whatever. And I was looking at, I said, damn, I'm reading on for the governor of Alabama. And I know we do the Democrat Republican. So I was damn. I said we haven't had a Democratic governor in 20 years. Like real, like the last Democratic governor we had was Don Siegelman. It's in 2003, I think, 2002.
He was
Yeah, he was
Democrat.
Democratic, and that was the last time we had a Democratic governor.
Governor.
And so I see Kay Ivey, she doing her thing, and Kay Ivey gonna be a tough opponent. Tough. You going to beat Kay Ivey, right? She got a good backing. But I did see where the lady I met Yolanda Flowers, and it was a lady that came. Actually, we was sitting at your mom's house, and she came in. And she whoop the whoop, and she said she was from the area or whatever. And I actually saw her name up. I was like, hey, we know that lady. She actually ended up running for the governor. Wow. So look, congratulations to everybody, man.
Yeah, you'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Like I read where super PACs invested nearly $250 million.
You better know it. They trying to win it, baby.
These are in the Republican
Yeah.
side. I mean,
Yeah.
They just coming together,
yeah,
putting their
200
money.
just in Alabama,
Yeah.
just
And they say we ain't got no
yeah.
money. Super PAC. Look, think about in sports where they make the super teams and they win championships. So now think about what they're doing, putting a super PAC, putting a whole team together, putting all their money behind a certain candidate to make sure they get in office. But we better get together. So I'm just putting it out there for the people who don't know.
I mean, I thought everybody knew that.
I don't think they do, Tim.
They don't know.
But,
See, I think you think everybody think like you. You smarter than the average bell. Everybody ain't smarter than the average bell. Everybody ain't smarter than the fifth grader.
And Tim, this something you remember we had a discussion and you said if the vote wasn't so important, they wouldn't be trying to take it away from.
I
Is that-
mean, the
is
thing is, I mean, don't nobody pay attention. I mean, your attention span ain't where it need to be.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it be right there in front of
I
them.
mean, they not hiding it.
Yeah.
You know,
They can't
and then-
never say we
and
they
then
ain't show it to us. Yeah,
they got you so distraught that you think you can't do nothing for yourself, and you think not even voting would do anything for it, and that's not true. But I mean, until you wake up, then ain't really nothing you can do
I
about it.
mean, you made me think about it because I sit and watch it. I used to be like, okay, so when you say Republican Democrat, and I always looked at it, the rich and the poor.
No.
So I saw. So then I started understand. I said, well, damn, they do a lot of mudslinging on their commercials, and they go for their own. They do a lot of mudslinging, a lot of dirt slanging on each other. And I said, damn, what they fighting for?
You?
How?
Look,
How?
exactly.
Okay.
Shit, who I'm finna get to work for me? You understand?
Like,
Like,
you know, they really fighting for your life.
yeah.
They're bigger than a job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, voting rights are really worse than they were in 1964. You know what I'm talking about?
And think about that.
I mean,
We were fighting hard back then to get voting rights, just to even get the right to vote.
and then
And you just
then,
made a statement.
I mean,
It's harder now.
everything turning backwards because we ain't paying attention because we won't get out here and hey man, we ain't going for this. And then when
Tell
we
them
do,
their research. They Google everything
I mean,
else.
that's all.
Yeah.
Don't
Do your
believe me.
research.
Don't believe nothing I say. Go
Cause
look and see what's
we
happening.
want them. I ain't going to
Look
vote.
and see what
I
happened.
ain't
Look
voting.
at my
I ain't
wife, she
voting.
rich.
I ain't
Yeah,
going to vote.
you know, I was in the
But they be
belly.
mad when
I
the
seen what
candidate
it
get in there. You don't want to get in there. Well, you didn't use your voice,
Not voting is voting for the candidate you don't want.
basically.
I
Because your vote could have
Me,
changed the difference.
Right.
Yeah, cause look at the numbers. Just look at the numbers.
Yeah.
A lot of these people getting in office don't have even 1,000 votes.
It wouldn't be no runoff if certain people had a vote.
Yeah.
Kay ain't got no run off. Kay.
Yeah,
no.
she blew him out the water.
What?
Yeah. But see, if we all got together and back the Democratic, you don't know what can happen. You really don't. So you know what I'm saying? Just saying that it can't, that you can't. That I mean, can't and never could. You know what I'm talking about? But when you get out there and you put your shoulder to the wheel, goddamn, and see what's gonna happen.
So Tyra, when is the next? Oh, so after the primaries, what's next?
The general
November,
election.
general, November.
That's November.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that's
I
where.
know that.
So
You think I don't know that?
there's another
No,
runoff
I
that's
just-
gonna
I
happen
know
in
she-
June.
Look,
Yeah.
I know this her lane, dude. So I'm like, no,
How's her lane? You telling me I'm out telling people to vote?
He
It
said
is my
Tyra.
I know this what
Yes,
she's
he-
about.
What you think I'm about?
It's not about you, Tyra.
That wasn't no,
trying to
that wasn't
figure
no,
it out.
like, like,
I'm just trying to figure it out.
like me and
You
you
think
up
I
here.
don't know when he gonna vote?
No. Me and you'll be doing our thing, so now, like,
Passing the
I'm
baton.
Yeah.
like,
no, like,
Pass the
Tyra,
baton,
So,
baby.
so think about this. On the last time, Tyra went. Did she explain what the primaries was?
Mm-hmm.
That was something I didn't even know. So how it go primary, then
Runoff,
runoff,
then
then.
general.
So when is the runoff?
The runoff is in
June.
June.
June,
June.
right?
June 20. I think it's June 21st. Don't quote me on that.
Don't
but
quote
I think,
Tyra on that, but it's in June.
yeah,
Let's say
I think
that.
it's June
June
21st is the
21st.
runoff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Tim knew that.
Yeah. Okay.
June
June
21st.
21st.
He is feeling salty. And I'm throwing it to his better half, his partner, like, and yeah, he eat me,
You
right?
throwing it like I don't know though.
No, never.
Alright.
Look,
Shit,
it's
my
enough
nigga.
money involved. It's crawling. Look, we
Nigga, I
getting
don't know
it.
what you talking about now.
Yeah.
You missing me with that one. You missing me with that one.
No.
So
So,
I'd never be jealous or nothing like that.
yeah.
man.
So okay. So look, I'm gonna rock my vote, right? my vote. So
You gonna rock your vote?
I'm gonna rock my vote, baby. Cause look, I'm gonna get out there and vote, and I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna like the Barilla with T.O.G. You know what I'm saying? T.O.G.
Did you
Barilla.
kids vote?
No, I didn't. I actually didn't. I can tell you that I didn't. But I saw my boy down there pumping it, right? And I was smiling from ear to ear.
Well, I've been about that. You know, we did all type of things. So.
But when I don't vote, guess what I do? I actually watch
Watching don't help.
it. No, I know that, but I'm just saying, I be involved. Like some people don't vote and don't even watch it. Like I don't know what's going on. Sometimes when I don't vote, like I'm like, okay, like I'm paying attention.
But some people can't vote at all. You know what I'm saying?
See?
Because
Yeah.
I can't get my vote. I'm still working on trying to get out.
And he's
There's a lot
still
of other
fighting
guys-
for
excuse me,
other
nigga.
people to vote.
There's a lot of other niggas out here
Look at, he cut me
that
off.
can't vote. Okay, and we need to get these guys and give it a chance so they can get a chance to vote. And there's a lot of things on the ballot that we need to be looking for that's going on with our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying?
So it's still hard for guys that been incarcerated to get their voting rights
Yes,
back.
it's very hard. It's hard for them to get any rights back. I mean, it's hard for them to get jobs. It's hard for them to get. It's hard for them to get their lives back together because you come out and having to run off the top. So a lot of times, see, like you say, oh, I ain't know this. You know, this is very serious to me because this is life and death from where I come from, and a lot of people can play with it, you know, laugh about it, and I get it. But I'm very sensitive about it because, see, these folks will take our people's lives, and that's poor people. They would take our lives and put them somewhere and have you doing something for nothing. And take the best part of your life from you. And then when they send you back out here, you ain't got nothing. And you have to make this happen. And you know what I'm saying? Some of us get lucky. But a lot of us don't. So this ain't no game to me. This ain't play to me. You got people out here dying, committing suicide. Dude came up to me the other day with some mess. No, I mean you got to all be on P's and Q's.
7:59.
Gotta go.
Say before we go though, look. So basically, I think that's a little fast over there. So look, I just want to bring up about the mass shootings too, man. We had one last week in Buffalo, and now we had another one again this week that passed in Texas, where what was it, 18 children got killed, and two adults in Texas. You talking about an 18-year-old kid going inside of school? I think he killed his grandma before he ever went.
He shot her.
He shot her. Okay,
I'm not sure that she
okay, if she,
died,
we don't
but
know.
he did.
But he did shoot his grandma before he went.
Before he went to the school.
He intended to
Before
kill her.
he
Yeah.
went. Like, think about that. What goes on in the mind of somebody that can either shoot their mom or their grandmama and then go kill? Like, literally, you walking there with a handgun and a shotgun in a school and shot and killed 18 students. Kids. I think they were roughly 4th, 5th grade, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade range.
Oh, they're my kids.
You damn right. And I'm talking about it, and we talk about it for a quick minute, then we on to the next. But I think it just come normal, like we see it so much, and it become like we start to normalize mass shooting. Now we passed killing every day. We done got past that. Now we on mass shooting. We got to do better, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how do we do better. How do we do better?
I mean, you do better by knowing better, but ain't nobody learning.
Okay.
Everybody playing. It's a joke. Everybody chasing money, chasing fame, chasing material shit don't mean nothing, and not paying attention to what's going on. But that's the way they want to live. They get what they get.
And it's
I mean,
not us going in and shooting up these schools.
nah, it's definitely
Not
not
at
us.
all.
It's just us getting killed. So, I mean,
But it's not us watching our neighborhoods either.
yeah, no protection. So I just wanted to bring that up before we get out of here. Again, I want to thank everybody for following us, for joining in tonight. If you haven't subscribed already to our YouTube channel, T.O.G and Barillas Podcast, go subscribe. We go live every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Um, and if you need your yard cut, call Jenga, Janga Lawn Service. Area code 205-639-3224. I said Jenga, right? Jenga Lawn Service. So look, we finna get out of here, man, and we love y'all. Anything you gotta say before we get out, bro?
Hey, all right, y'all have a good evening.
So we finna get out of here. What's your